Hello, welcome to the first game of Season 4 of the Dented Blood Bowl League. So we have these two teams. So this is Bretonnians against Norse. Bretonnians are new in the league. This coach had Chaos Norse last season and finished second. And Willow is about. So I'll talk about inducements in a sec. And this Norse team finished fourth last time round. Last time the two coaches met was in the semi-final where the Chaos Tools won 1-0 with a turn 16 winning touchdown. And looks like, so the Bretonnians are attacking. The difference in team value is, I think it was 220. Yeah, 220. And Willow was a large chunk, if not all of those inducements. Oh, and Blood Boys a Keg / Babe. I don't know. Willow offers you a strength 4 player, which might be the thinking behind that. Also comes with Dauntless and Sidestep and Thick Skull for a bit of staying power. But it's otherwise a sort of looks like a Wood Elf War Dancer that plays nothing like it. It's sort of a slow strength 4 agility 3 lineman type. He's a lesser seen style player probably, but it's an extra roll for the Norse, extra reroll for the Norse, and let's have a look through what we have here. So the Norse have 9 games under their belts, of course, with all of last season. We have a Dauntless Movement 5 lineman on the line here, with 2 unlevelled ones. We've lost all our icons already. 2 Berserkers. I think one of them has guard, which is that one. This one's unlevelled. 2 off wearers, so I've got strength 5, agility 1, and one with block. The Yeti has mighty blow and armor 9. We've got 2 runners, one with dodge and an unlevelled one. And then this tackle lineman here, and on the bench I think just 2 unlevelled. Oh, sure hands lineman. So on defence he'll probably play when they attack, and a thrower with leader. You might normally see a leader on the pitch whether you're attacking or defending, but still, with that brilliant coaching, cheering fans, they're up to 4 rerolls anyway, which should be enough. Then we have the Bretonnians, so they're all 11 players, but Willow gives them a 12th. 1 unlevelled lineman there. Blitzer back here with dodge, and can't click on that player. I think they might be just moving. It's a blocker. Maybe on, I don't know, there's a blocker. We won't speculate any more than that at the moment. Can't click on them. So Willow in there, who we've looked at. So movement 5, strength 4, agility 3, armor 9 with dauntless sidestep and thick skull. Got a movement 8 dodge blitzer on this wing. A tackle strip ball blitzer on the right here. 4th blitzer here. It has dodge. Then 3 more blockers, so 2 guard ones on the line there, and this unlevelled one, strength 4 lineman, and another unlevelled lineman. So very low on linemen, down to 3. I think I said in the intro they were down to these 3 linemen. There was one who'd taken a strength penalty. I haven't seen if they're still around, but yeah, and the strength 4 one. Strength 4 is a very decent advance to roll for a Bretonnian lineman. Let's have a proper look at this blocker. He's on 2 points. I was wondering if maybe that blocker was on 5 and they were going to try and get a cheeky throw in with them. But straight into some blocks on the line of scrimmage, blocking diagonally so that pushbacks mean they can have another go later. And that is a knockdown on that one. No armor break. Can still push this one along the line. Another blocker, you can have a go. And a stun, so no injuries as yet. We've got Blitzer coming in there, and that's just a pushback. Blitzer is going to want some protection from these linemen probably. Are they looking wide there? So a bit vulnerable to the blitz, this blitzer, but is a good frenzy trap set up there, so they'll also have to be careful about who they choose to blitz him with if they're going to. We have foul pickup down there, which is just saving the re-rolls. No panic to have the ball in hand, so the ball is safe where it is. Something else the Norse will have to look out for in this one is the frenzy and fend interaction. Only 2 fend players on the pitch at the moment with the Bretonnian lineman, but fend will stop frenzy in its tracks if they choose to use it. And we do have a blitz from the Yeti, who's got a hit down on that straight 4 lineman for just a stun. But yeah, if that was a pushback, there'd have been no follow-up and second block because of fend, which is a good and underrated skill. And thrown in that 1 dice for a skull and a turnover. So a turnover each so far, and no removals as yet. Go straight for the ball this time. Setting up a bit of a cage back here, which is going to be tough to break. Also be looking at. Got 2 dice on that. Berserker might be what they're looking at from that lineman. I was wondering if there was going to be a blitz on the Yeti. I'll go for that. I'll Dauntless on Willow, and yeah, that's a 2+ roll to get that Dauntless to work. Couple of knockdowns. So the Norse have a massive strength advantage in this game, which is might be why Willow's about, because it pulls a bit of that back, and that's 5 Dauntless players on the pitch, including that star player, which is gonna help draw that level somewhat. Yet he doesn't want to stand up again. Some pressure there. Haven't seen the blitz yet, have we? If we'll see maybe the strength 5 Wolf Werner hitting this blocker. So I'm going to have the ball carrier marked by a strength 3 player as long as he passes this. And this doesn't go wrong. Yes, it does get knocked down. Dodge away, probably the safest bet they've got. They've got a tackle on a dodge blitzer there as well. So it's in quite good positioning, making it difficult for the Bretonnians to advance with their cage. I'll go for this Berserker, making good use of guard. And a stun on that Berserker, and yeah, it does just make the dodge away from that strength 5 player. Come build a new cage over here. 2 dice there. So there's a bit of a weak point here. Do have a 3+ dodge for 1 dice on the ball at the moment, which I can't see them closing off really. So just relying on that marking there. Wonder if they could get a guard in, maybe this Berserker get round here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Not very easily. A couple of go for it at least. 6. 2. No, it would need to dodge to be able to get that guard in there. It probably increases the risk too much. I think the other blitzing with the Ulfwerner anyway. So again, can get that straight 5 Ulfwerner. I know Fend prevents the follow up, but I still have movement to sort of cancel that to get 2 players on the ball. I think I'd like to have seen him there instead. So rather than there, if you're blocking there, kind of, actually he's pretty trapped in anyway. He's going to have to go through, probably through this space. Yeah, I think this space, if the Bretonnians can move this guy out of the way, he can dodge away. But it's good sort of high pressure defence from the Norse. You know, forcing the Bretonnians to free up the ball every turn. They use their blitz over there rather than to free up the ball carrier, so I'm probably going to be looking at trying to dodge away. This blitzer doesn't really have anywhere to go though. I think that space is the one. It's throwing quite a lot of dice, which could leave the ball in danger. Clearing all those players away. This still looks like I'll go for a pass. Is that a pass or a... Oh, it's just gone right through. Hand off to this one. Okay, so yeah, I had to throw a lot of dice but made space to get through. And then the movement 8 blitz, so I can get way down there, which is out of range of everyone. So yeah, good play. You guys created a space and then yeah, went for it. It's good vision to see that. There's a casualty, so that's a strength 4 lineman, just out of the game, nothing permanent. A couple of points for the off-wearer. Strength 5 one. Claw just putting the... oh no, it wasn't claw, it was I don't know. It was a stun anyway. I missed what the dice were properly. I just thought I saw a claw flash up there, but rather than 9 for the armour. So I do have a lineman back there to pressure and sort of force the touchdown next turn. Have got a marker on. Knock out, so a couple of removals this turn. Maybe just be trying to blitz out with the ball carrier. Yeah, that's where the blitz is being used, so gets the knockdown. No stun and can run it in. If it was a stun, it might be worth waiting another turn, but that is that's one up. I somewhat lost track of what turn it is, so let's have a look. The knockout came back for the Bretonnians. Yeah, Norse have got 4 turns to score here, which is pretty doable. So no more bench for the Bretonnians. Norse have still got their whole squad. And yeah, have 4 turns to convert this offensive drive into a touchdown. So having that, the third lineman off the pitch means a blocker has to go on the line of scrimmage. Surprised Willow's not there. Willow's the most expendable player on this Bretonnian team now. Just stick him on the line. Strength 4 and thick skull. They've got a bit of stone power. Guards back here off the line. Yeah, it's all blitzers then, isn't it? Oh, that can reset up. So I'll probably step away from the Yeti, I'd have thought, unless they're going to keep a lineman just on it. Yeah, I've gone all that side. So the Yeti, if the Yeti wants to move on a 2+, it's going to have to be the Blitz. So I claimed a bit more space by stepping forward. I know there's not going to be no quick snap at this point. There we go, so the ball right against the side. Bit more volume. So making sure the ball's well protected before they roll any dice. And they're giving up a lot of space here, the Norse. They've got 4 turns, which is plenty, but they will have to be getting up the pitch. About probably going to be using the Yeti to go for this guard here. So it looks like they're going to be trying to make a hole here, but that just shows if I'm the Bretonnians in this situation, I think I just sort of double layer over here, have a couple of quick players maybe a bit further back to watch for a break down the Norse left. Sort of feel like the Norse are showing their hand a bit early in this attack. Staying a bit wider would mean the Bretonnians have to stay wider, and it makes it easier to make a hole to get through. Successful Dauntless roll brings down the Yeti. I think it would have been 1 dice anyway if that had failed, so it's a good way to set up a Dauntless if you need to. So that 1 dice is the fallback. It's going to be our Blitz on this guy. Yep. And then yeah, dropping back means this is a pretty solid piece of line with Willow up here as well. Because this guy's sort of on his own. Oh, it looks maybe that way. You think he's the Blitz target, but Willow being there makes that very difficult. And there are 3 players standing here. Yeti might have to Blitz up onto that block. I'll go with the offer, and I can surf this guy. So good shout. Do need to protect that Ulf Wearer now from the same thing happening. Because he's trapped in there. Yeah, Berserker standing, one of those 2 squares should make it very difficult to surf the Ulf Wearer now. Yeah, so Bretonnians do have, if the Norse decide to come this way now, they're not any quicker than the Bretonnians, and they've got a couple of their blitzers back here. Hand off there. Hand off to the thrower. So thrower's the best person to be having the ball at this point. But they need to start getting players in scoring positions. Next turn they need to have players who can score the turn after. So they're sort of leaving themselves a lot of work to do at the moment. This will be 1 dice on Willow. Does get a knockdown. Yeah, I think the Bretonnians really can just hold their line here, and because the Norse have got a lot of work to do to score from this position in 2 turns. Yeah, quick blitzer back there. Could maybe have been a bit more central, just to be able to watch both flanks. He's got a range to get to either flank if he's in the middle. There's injuries. Tackle lineman. Niggling injury for him as well. And that's a blitzer in scoring position if they manage to get the ball. Which don't know, a fumbled throw or something might make that very doable. I don't need to panic about trying to sack the ball carrier. And another injury, so 2 injuries in a turn. Just a badly hurt on that, but guard berserker, but that guard player is probably going to be important for them. Second half, well, not anymore, but you know what I mean. So that was going to be their blitz. So Yeti failing that, that's going to make it very, very difficult for them to do much. Ball carrier having to block as well. So if they're going to score this, half the pass has to come in the next turn. They've got no one who can blitz now, of course, because of that fouled wild animal. But they need someone going through. I can't really see where they're going to make a gap. I think this dodge runner might have been the best chance. It would have been a 4+, 3+ to maybe come in past Willow here. So yeah, 4+ dodge there, 3+, and then, but then he's got this blitzer to contend with. Can this berserker get anywhere? No, just putting the hit down on Willow for another knockdown. And that is going to be no Norse score before half time. So Bretonnians can now think about how they might be able to get the ball to get it to this blitzer, to put them 2 up before the half. And they've taken a 1 dice there to leave this prone blitzer available. Oh, this one too. So 2 uphill, but this is the strip ball blitzer. So got maybe potential pickup from it in the tackle zone there. And caught the inaccurate pass, and yeah, that is in. So I did see a video of that, but I thought it was a turn 16 touchdown. I hadn't properly taken in it was turn 8, so I wasn't expecting it to come there. Yeah, I kind of want to. I'm going to look at the dice log for it, see what had to be rolled for that. Yeah, so we had, defender chooses blitz after a dodge. Reroll to get the both down. The pushback, but strip ball dodge dropped it, but into a tackle zone. Had to dodge and then pick up. That's Willow hit by a thrown rock, and he's out of the game. I'm still more interested in this touchdown than anything that's happening at the moment. Can we look at the dice log if it pulls? We can. Oh yeah, we're way back here. So picked up in the tackle zone of 4. Then failed interception. Needed a 6 to get the pass on target, so it was inaccurate. And this was turn 8, so it was just like whatever you can do to maybe score. Then the chances of an inaccurate pass landing on the target square, I just want to look that up quickly, and I might cut out a few seconds here while I'm trying to do it. Okay, I found it. So there's an article on the NAF.net about Hail Mary pass. So it's talking about because there are 49 possible places that an inaccurate throw can land, and the chance of it landing where you want it to, the target square, 4.69%. So that didn't quite happen because it landed next to him and then bounced, but then that's 1 in 8, and then he's caught it and run it in. I will cut some of that out because it took me a little while to find that article. But yeah, that's quite an exciting touchdown in turn 8 to put them 2 up. Now the Norse have got 1 turn to try and perhaps get some casualties, but the Yeti wild animal in again is quite unhelpful. Fend, there's only 2 Fend players on the pitch now, but we haven't really seen it do much to Frenzy as yet because they've been getting knockdowns first time. This is a good opportunity for a foul if they want to throw one in. didn't fancy going for it. Or not yet anyway. So it's going to be wrestled down. In some ways, Bretonnians are kind of a good counter to Norse with all the wrestle and fend that they have. That's a shame. It's going for a point there on the thrower. So not much going right for the Norse as yet. Find themselves 2-0 down after kickings, but do get a chance to attack now. But some players down as well. So injuries we've had. So that was a niggling injury, wasn't it, on that tackle guy? He was badly hurt, I think. I won't stay on him. It's another reroll for the Norse. Where's the thing? Bretonnians, yeah, it's 2 injuries each. There's a badly hurt now. I didn't actually see what Willow's injury was. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, just badly hurt. Which is effectively all it's going to be anyway with a star player, where even if they die. There we go. There's Fens doing a thing against Frenzy to prevent that second block. Still, I think we might see this elsewhere in a blitzing, maybe here. And putting the assist in to cancel out the assist on the follow-up, so it's still 2 dice. So I've sort of shown the flank they're attacking early again, but this time they have claimed a lot more space on it. So they're kind of controlling a lot more of this pitch. Rather than being a bit deep and pulling everyone to one side, they've made an advance on there, which I think is a better, if you're going for one flank, I think is a better way to do it. This is just 2 dice on that with Dauntless. And then we'll get a blitz on, exactly sort of on the lineman is. And gets the knockdown. Yeah, just taking a double skulls there. Maybe the linemen don't get to use rerolls on this team, who knows. Okay, surf on that. It's a shame with the both down. And then he gets the knockdown anyway. And he's pinned in there. Another foul wild animal roll. That one wasn't a 4+ save. And it's just straight down. So yeah, definitely still pushing up on this flank. The Bretonnians are going to need to pull some reinforcements over probably to make it more difficult for them to get through. It looks like they're just going to try and bully their way through here, which is, you know, a good approach for them really, I think. And it's 2 uphill, but stays on pushbacks. And, oh, we have a foul. So using a runner for that foul. I didn't see, I didn't miss any bribes or anything. No, it was just it's quite risky using a runner like that. If that's who's available, that's who you use. So this blitz is very surfable next turn, having just stayed up. This blocker blitzes up on 1 dice and gets away from the touchline, but can also still be surfed next turn as well. Yeah, just want to look at the. Hang on, let's let the turn end properly. Yeah, so the options you've got here. This is quite an obvious frenzy 2 push surf off here. You got this guy as well. If this tackle zone's gone, you've got an assist here for 2 dice to push him in there, and then you can push him off as well. Yeah, you could quite easily, as a Norse player, rid yourself of both of those, but has to get a pushback there. You can still surf this guy though, if you can. Get out of the way, name. Yeah, what I was looking at here was he'd have needed to dodge, but if the Norse player can fill this square in, and then you push him, you need to fill that square in as well. Not easy. You might need to push him there, and then maybe get one of your frenzy players to. Yeah, I mean you could kind of use him to push this one off. But I was looking at if could you push both of them away, but you'd need to fill that space in, that's why you need stunty players to go fill that space in, push him there into there, and then if he can't be pushed there, you surf off the prone player, and then you surf off the guy you push there as well. But it just means filling in spaces that are a bit difficult to fill in. He can still go though. He's being shoved off the pitch. So I've got one of the two. Yet he decides to move and just tags out 3 players. But that's 2+ for 2+ for 2 dice block from that blitzer on the Yeti. 2+ with Dauntless, unless they can mark these linemen with someone else. Moving the ball around there, so giving it to that runner. Who's it's just going to make a dash for it, so he's going to need some help. Okay, dodging through there, and that does make things a bit safer, although they have left this diagonal on as a point of attack. Which he's got a 3+ dodge for 2 dice uphill on the ball. How far these players can reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so he can take his assist out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you'd need to dodge and go for it to get another one in there. Maybe dodge him there and there. Yeah, I mean you'd have to take some risks to take both of those assists out, and then there's 3+ on there. It's just, if you're going to be protecting a ball carrier, it's the diagonal squares are the ones to try and protect. It's a way you can get in without dodging. Whereas if you've got the sort of horizontal, the diagonals protected, it's harder to get in there. You can't dodge in there very easily. Yeah, Lyman takes on the Yeti with 1 dice and gets the knockdown. Just finds a natural 6 and then knocks him out. Have gone in for 2 dice uphill, but with strip ball and block. That's it's a good play. It's good use of this play. I've done it a couple of times in this game. Throwing a couple of red dice with strip ball is still really dangerous to a ball carrier. But it was leaving that diagonal unprotected that allowed him in. I don't think they really had the number of players to protect the ball properly there. I think hanging back another turn over here where the ball was safer might have been the play. But they're 2 down. They want to get back into it. They're trying to score quicker than that. Need to grab that ball again. So players are going to have to watch out for this strip ball blitzer. Coach is happy to take risks, and they're coming off, and it's quite reasonable that they do. It's a very good chance of getting a pushback on a 2 dice uphill. Definite danger player on this team. If you had wrestle, it'd be even better. But I think wrestle and block on the same player is a waste. I wouldn't do that. So this runner can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 can score this turn. He's got 3+, 2+ to score now. So went with the short hands guy. Fire the hand off. Okay. Sure hands is a safe way to carry the ball against a team with a strip ball player. It's something else that players in this league can consider. A lot of the teams have at least access to sure hands, if not actual sure hands players at the moment. I'd probably be considering using my Muscaden throwers to carry the ball and playing this team, having seen this blitzer in action. Norse can still make this work. They've still got a very decent chance of scoring here. It's quite even for control of the ball as we stand. 3 tackle zones each. I think the Norse have got some more serfs on here they can have a go at. So, if they, I don't know if this berserker is doing this, but if they can take this guy's assist out, you've got 2 dice on this player. Push him there, and he can go from this thrower and just shove him off the pitch. And that's one of the tackle zones dealt with without using a blitz. Then you've still got this player who can act and assist in here, which might be one of these players coming round once he's gone and moved out of the way. Yeah, may have to try go with the sure hands player. That one, isn't it? So he might be the one to try and pick up in 1 tackle zone on a 4+. But then they've kind of got to hold the ball safe for another turn, so they can try and get through here. Let's see what happens. I've gone for the block there instead. The ones around the ball are the important ones to be clearing off, and I think I'd have been taking on getting him to push in there. So still got the same effect, but they've got knocked down on this blocker as well. And he's gone for the drive at least. Okay, blitz is going there on the guard one, is it? There's a knockout. So guard blocker knocked out. This fella's still available. Going 1 dice there. Skull, when you rolled skull. It's a real shame. So I think if I'm the Bretonnians here, my blitz goes on that player. That sure hands player is dangerous to the defence. I'd have been blitzing him off. They're gone for the Ulfwerener on the ball though. Scattering the ball is helpful. I think their priority should be just holding on to their lead, perhaps more than trying to do anything else. Yeah, just standing around the ball, trying to make it difficult for the Norse to come pick it up. Which is why I think this sure hands player was, you could easily have got rid of him that turn. And also got a good chance to get both of these players off the ball now. Go through here. Surprised sure hands guy wasn't coming for the ball. Marking up there instead. And runner has possession of the ball. Trying to go straight through, but failed his dodge with the reroll. 1 then a 2. It's a real shame. Looks like he was just going for that turn. He could have reached. I think we might see 3+ dodge, 3+ pickup from here. Although failed a dodge there. Ooh, and that one for an injury. So that's a 1 in 9 each that we've seen with the foul dodges. Missing next game there. So rolled that would be a stat bust, I think, of 57. Let's see which one. So the apothecary, no help, would only have made things worse. So that's a blocker down for the next game. Also got decent chance to score here. I can just clear this blitzer off, which I'm going to try and do with a surf option. And he'll be off the pitch, I would have thought. It is indeed. Runner has put it in, so that's 2-1. That runner needs points for levelling. I think that puts him with 4. Unless I'd missed any more he'd picked up in this game. And yeah, so Bretonnians have 2 turns with the ball to see if they can get another touchdown in and make it 3-1. Taking 3 injuries here. One's a star player. So this is the one who's missing next game. And this straight forward lineman was just a badly hurt, wasn't it? So they're down to 10 players next time. Yeti's still knocked out. We've got this is all in the way. There we go. Gar Berserker was just badly hurt, I think, wasn't he? Yeah, and that was a niggling injury. So not many Norse players on the pitch. No, there's quite a few. I think there's 10. I think they have 13 in their team. For that. Could be seen a 1-turn attempt here. So I think you want movement 8 blitzer. Perhaps not. And a blitz for the Norse, but they're all back here, and just skipping that. So Norse just trying to protect their players. Touchback as well would have been perfect for 1-turn attempting. I think you'd want movement 8 guy here. See how you do that, because you'd want, and then you touch the touchback, you just give him the ball, and you want to blitz there. Now, how do you do this? No, you blitz there. So if he was there, you push him to there, that lineman to there. So you need to make sure those spaces are filled, so you can go there. I don't know if they've got enough players actually, but then you want to try and push that guy again, so that you can push him forwards. Which will be there, and then you just try to keep pushing this lineman into this guy until he's gone 3 squares forward. I think you'd need at movement 8, so you can move 10 squares. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2. Yeah, you need to push him 3 squares forward in total, so he's like on this line, and then he can make a go for it through here. But he'd have at least 1 5+ dodge. That's how it's possible anyway, for people watching who aren't familiar with the old 1-turns, which again I've still never managed to do. But yeah, a touchback is really helpful for getting that done, because it takes out one element of risk in needing to get. I'm talking about all that, and they've got 2 turns to score. Yeah. So this guy's in scoring position. It's a key thing. They can get other people there as well. He's stepping back with the ball to try and keep it safe. Oh no, fantasy passing, which looks like it's inaccurate on the re-roll. So ball on the floor there. So this guy can come just stand here and just make it hard for the Bretonnians to do anything with the ball now. Oh, marking this guy instead, and he's probably, I might see a blitz from this guy. I could probably get 3 dice on him. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 more assist for this guy to get 3 dice. Well, it'll be 3 dice. 3 dice into 2. gets the knockdown with the 3. So chuck that last reroll on the last turn. And yeah, there'll be no more touchdowns in this game. Bretonnians can try and blitz this guy probably, and then might similarly be going for 3 dice here. So 3. Obviously he's got guard. That's 4, 5, 6. 1 more assist there. And this one didn't have a 14-point blitzer somewhere. Might have been the one to do it with. Just a knockout. Yeah, if that had been a casualty, it would have been a shame it wasn't the 14-point blitzer back here throwing that. He's going to try and throw a pass though, but doesn't manage to pick up. And that is full time. So the first game of the season goes the way of one of the new teams. Willow snaffled up that MVP. MVP on the Yeti's decent because Yetis struggled to get points together. Although this one's got quite a few casualties, I think, or 6 in 10 games now with 2 MVPs. That's where all those points have come from. Yeah, Norse massively outblocking them, outblocking the Bretonnians. But yeah, more removals for the Bretonnians still, but that's going to be armor 7 of the Norse coming into play there. Quite a decent spread of star player points. So we had a touchdown casualty MVP. Willow grabbed the MVP and got 2 touchdowns, 2 casualties. Some interesting things in the dice we saw. Even though there was that crazy end of first half play for the touchdown, you get stuff like those more 1s and 6s here, almost double 1s, although obviously that includes their own armour and injury rolls. It's just where the 1s lands that is telling sometimes. And even with their block dice as well. Yeah, 21 skulls compared to 11 pals. But yeah, looking through this, there were no turnovers as far as I could see from blocks from the Bretonnians, so it's good sort of reroll management where they needed it. And yeah, that reroll and that double skull. Yeah, so it meant these skulls weren't really telling in the game, even though I rolled a lot more of them. Yeah, Norse in comparison, it's a lot more even. Like throwing a lot more block dice, but they're a lot more evenly spread. It's just, and that's all very evenly rolling as well. But you don't know where these 6s and 1s are going. But yeah, it's just more fuel for the argument that it's not all dice, and it was well played. It was like taking that risk in turn 8 to get that touchdown, which turned out to be the winning one. Yeah, pulling off audacious plays like that can just be the difference sometimes. Right, so we've got more games coming up over the next couple of weeks because we're doing 2-week rounds this time. This is Undead against Necromantic, and then more Bretonnians against Khemri, who are last season's champions. And then Lizard Men against My Underworld, which is happening tomorrow night, and I'll try and get that up on Thursday or Friday this week. Probably Friday, I think. It's a bit quieter for me. Yeah, and so that's the fixtures as they were. We couldn't generate these for the intro video, but that's our first week, and we will be back, I think Friday, like I said, with this game. And yeah, because we got 2 weeks for the round, we might see if we can get at least one of the others done as well. Maybe both. We'll see how we go for time.